right, guys, welcome back. It's magazine night tonight. We're going to do a special one tonight. We've got Bad Bicycles and Dirt magazine, August 1983. I've only reviewed one of these magazines and I only have two left. I sold all of them on eBay. And this is a really cool magazine. From what I understand, this was an ABA produced BMX magazine. And my mom subscribed to this for me when I was in middle school. I just started racing and they sent me a complimentary issue of this magazine, and I told my mom, "Oh, Mom, can you subscribe?" And she did. And the good thing I did, because this wasn't readily available on the newsstands, at least locally. Like, I could find BMX Action, BMX Plus, Super BMX, all that kind of stuff. But as far as Bicycles and Dirt, no, I couldn't find it anywhere. So I had a good 12 of these, and 10 of them are gone. So we're gonna let's get into this one and see what we've got. Okay, so on the cover, it looks like it says Commander Cody, so I'm assuming it's Cody Smart. I'll put the cover on here. I looked it up online. He's doing a power slide. It says returns to kick up dust in the Arizona desert. It's actually a really cool cover shot. And I'm going to say this before we get too deep into this. This is a pretty decent magazine for what it is. I mean, the pictures are great. The articles are great. It's got comics in it. It's just a really good magazine, and we'll take a look at it now. We got the B team, more bad dudes. Austin Gold Cup, and the Gold Cup strikes in Texas, a handlebar shootout. And then we got Brent Romero interview. That's really cool. Baton Rouge Gold Cup, watered down champagne, don't stop. The third moto, travel. Oh, they went to Gillies. Gillies goes BMX. That's going to be a cool one to look at. Getting it done. Bad listens, bad news, new products, and Wacko in the Flea Bag. So that must be some sort of comic if I remember right. This was edited by Denny Griffiths. Again, pretty cool magazine. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. All right, first page. Ooh, here we go. All right, so as we all know, before there was USA BMX, there was the American Bicycle Association. This logo is imprinted in my memory because I had a ton of these stickers. They were everywhere, all over my number plates and things like that. And I love the merch that you can get back in the day. You can look at the gaiters, and nobody wears gaiters. And look at all the trucker hats, elbow pads, more trucker hats. You got your golf style type hats here. I like this uniform here, this little kit. It's all an ABA kit. I can tell you right now, I never seen anybody wear this, but my first uniform that I ever had, it was a gold line uniform. I'll try to attach a picture here. It was red, white, and blue. It was the first one I ever got. Very similar to this, just a simple nylon pants with the pads sewed in. It had the ventilated jersey like this with a bike guy on the front, a BMX guy jumping, so it was really, really cool. They got some t-shirts, ABA t-shirts, the old duffel bag. Look at that thing, a vinyl duffel bag. You got the Velcro wallet. That is awesome, guys. I'm going to try really hard not to knock the camera down. But look at that. You got the visors, the belt buckles. All this stuff is really, really cool. You even got number plates up here. ABA Cam Factory number plates. It was $8.95. That's pretty good. Let's see. What did this whole uniform cost? The race jersey was $19.95, and you can get the pants for $49.95. That sounds about right. So for about $70, you got a full race uniform, and that's pretty cool, especially if you were in the beginning stages of your racing like I was. Definitely I was in '83. This is a great ad. I love it. Let's go to the next page. Trackmaster. I don't remember Trackmaster that much. However, I do remember this ad. I think it's really, really cool. He's just jumping out of nowhere, and he's towing some frame and forks. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but lately on Facebook and Instagram, AI is taking over. So a lot of people are taking these old photos and kind of animating them with AI, and it makes them move and do and complete the jumps and turns. And it's not 100% correct, because sometimes, like for example, this guy's wearing a face mask with an open face helmet, and sometimes when you watch the AI, when he's getting closer and making or landing from a jump or making a turn, the helmet AI gets confused and it gives them kind of a modern full face helmet and things like that. But other than that, I think it's really, really cool. The third moto with Danny Griffiths. So here's intro article right here. I'll just read just a quick paragraph. Well, race fans, the front straight away is almost dry. The crews are taking the tarps off their machines. How did it look in turn two? Howdy. It's still coming down out here, but the clouds headed our way. But there's clouds headed our way. Like they might give us a break. We're going to take a short break, fans. Remember, this is the voice of the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indianapolis 500. Blah, 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 blah. We're not going to read all that, but it's pretty cool. I mean, this is something that I would sit down and reread for nostalgic purposes. A lot of times when I'm reading stuff that these guys wrote, it's hard for me to decipher what are you trying to say because they put so much slang in it. But you know, I could work it out. Let's keep going. Midwest National BMX Incorporated. Look at that. You can get a Super BMX helmet for $39.95. It was actually a Premier helmet. I remember a few guys running this helmet. It's not the highest quality helmet, but it is. Remember, it's 1983. And the visibility on these things is probably pretty horrible. Ooh, look at this. Gillies. Man, look at that. Gillies had a national there, and you can see they have their classic looking arcade games in there. And there's the rodeo arena right there for Gillies. And they did an actual race there, which I thought was really, really cool, by the way. Hopefully we're going to run into that. Oh, wow, check it out. The Gillies jacket is rocking the Vans. It says, Mickey Gilly welcomes BMX to his giant club in Pasadena. Wow, that is freaking awesome. I'm so glad I found this, man. Look at that. What do we got over here? BXC Racing. This is a pretty cool looking bike right here. Take a look at this one, guys. This is not too bad. Check that out. I don't remember BXC Racing, but I got to tell you, that looks like a pretty high quality bike. It's got a uni seat on it. 4130 Chrome Molly, Precision Hella Arc Welded, Super Luster Show Chrome, unique race-proven design, higher clearance for confidence, speed, jumping, and maximum lean angle. Really cool. We got, oh, look at that gold line. We were just talking about that. There's a shot of Mike Polson right there, by the way. Need trophies? We got them. All sizes, colors, prompt service, best value. That's awesome, gold line. So the trophy thing is kind of a thing of the past. When you guys go to races nowadays, it's going to be plaques, medals, things like that. They kind of get away from the trophies. However, when you go to a regular national, I think you're still going to see your traditional trophies. I think I have about 95% of all the trophies I've ever won. Some of them are in my old bedroom, believe it or not, at my parents' house. And then I have well over 100 in my garage. They're all on shelves in there. I'm just weird. I didn't want to get rid of them. I know a lot of guys just got rid of them, but I just kept mine. Whoa! Look at this Amy ad. Ha ha! That is awesome. Look at the illustration. That's awesome. Look at that. You got Andy Patterson. It looks like that's going to be David Dow right there. And then it looks like Brent, Mike Polson, and then, of course, Mike Miranda. That is it's awesome. Amy Products. Check that out. Getting it done. Let's go to the next page. These are Bandito handlebars. I remember these because they looked almost exactly like your CW handlebar, but it had that cross member right underneath the top bar, as you see right there. And look how high that tough neck stem is from where the top tube ends and where the top of that stem is. It's pretty high, but you know, it's a different time. I love the Harrow levers on there, and really, really cool. Really reminiscent of a CW handlebar, which I ran back in the day. Let's keep going. I'm trying to be really careful with this magazine. Astron has arrived. Watch for more info in the next Bicycles and Dirt. And then we've got some letters here from some readers. Let's read a couple of these really quick. Praise for the pros, dear Bad. This poem is mainly for Brian Patterson and Stu Thompson, the two awesome dudes. All right, let's read it. Roses are red, violets are blue. Patterson is awesome, and so is Stu. Okay. And it's from Clint Gann from Marlow, Oklahoma, and they wrote Stu Who. That's hella funny. Let's read the next one. It says here, Dear Bad, as a relative newcomer to the BMX world, I would like to express my thanks to your magazine for the informative articles and features. Our family started out in August of 1982 with a 16 beginner, but less than a month later we added a 7 novice. In February of 1983, our 4-year-old received his ABA card and has already raced twice. As a former Little League baseball coach and hockey pop, I can say that BMX is truly a family sport where the individual effort is the most important quality a rider produces and the personal achievement of the individual stands out. I'm looking forward to many years of involvement with the sport of BMX. Thanks again to the American Bicycle Association, to the publications such as yours in advancing such a great family sport. And that came from Jim and Ann Kleinhans, also Barry, Kevin, and Dusty out of Lino Lakes, Minnesota. That's really, really cool. And they started racing around the time I did. I started racing in late '82, but most of my actual racing kicked off in '83. Their response was, "Welcome to BMX, folks. I'm sure you'll enjoy every minute you spend with the sport of BMX. BMX is a unique sport. It has color, excitement, speed on a level that almost anyone can become involved in. Once again, welcome aboard." Very, very cool. I love reading these old letters, man. Let's do one more. Mongoose Team. Dear Bad, I was looking at the April issue and the cover looks great. I'm a great Mongoose fan. I would like to know how I could get in touch with Mongoose Team because I would like to ride for them. Keep up the good work on the magazine. Charles Cresol out of Rockford, Illinois. And here's the response. I'm sure Team Mongoose would be pleased to hear from one of their fans. Chuck, here is the address. And they gave him the address out of Chatsworth, California. So that's really cool. Again, like I said, I always love reading these. All right, let's keep on going so we're not here for 2 hours because I'm already getting a little tongue-tied. Let's keep moving. Oh, here we go. We got bad news is good news. Look at Banditos thrown behind bars. Check out this ad, guys. This is really cool. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit on that. That is so cool, man. Here's your Bandito riders in there. That's really, really cool. Does it say who's on the team here? This is from May 1983. It's, I don't know. Look at that. Who are the riders on the team? It doesn't say, and there's no way I'm going to be able to recognize based on that black and white photo. Oh, look at here, something here about Sean Texas. Let's read that. How can you miss him on or off the track? Sean Texas, one of the largest riders, not to mention one of the nicest guys in BMX. Sean is still looking for that one big sponsor along with a few big wins in 1983. Very, very cool. We got a Hank and Frank ad right here. Bad publicity, team editions. Oh, let's read the team editions. These are really good. I'm going to pause to get a drink, guys. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let's read the team editions. So Profile Racing Incorporated of St. Petersburg, Florida has 4 new riders on their team. Former Team Mongoose rider Eric Group will represent them in the pro position, while Richard Zagars of California will ride in the 17 Expert with the profile colors. Also added to the team are Josh Summers, a 10 Expert, Mitch Watkins, an 8 Expert. Watch for the Profile Racing team to be at all of the major races in 1983. That's awesome. And I remember Eric Group being on Profile, and when you think Eric Group, you always think Mongoose, man. I think that guy's on a Mongoose right now. So, Mongoose and Eric Group kind of go together, but he did his thing on Profile. Patterson on the move. Let's read this one really quick here. It says, I'm sure you have heard the name before. You know the guys who are number 1 pro and number 2 pro? Patterson Racing Products are releasing a whole new line of racing goodies. According to Vance Patterson, the line will include frames, handlebars, forks, as well as jerseys, pants, and t-shirts. By the time you see this, the new product should be available, and as soon as we see them, we'll give you a peek. That's awesome. I mean, I love the Patterson colors and the Patterson bikes and things of that nature. Oh, here we go. We got the B team. So here's your answer to Radical Rick. It's just a simple comic. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's really cool. They throw homage to the A team right here because look at there's Hannibal, Face, Murdoch, Mr. T, who's Bone, and Amy. It's weird because they didn't even hide the fact that they were copying the A-Team on that one. It's really cool. It made them like little kids. Look, they're hanging out in the treehouse right there. That's really, really cool. All right, let's keep on going. I would read this whole thing, but oh my God, look at that. There's more to it. There we go. I thought it was short. These are awesome. Great illustrations, by the way, guys. I don't know who drew this, but this is really, really well done. I know I must have read this as a kid, you know, being I was only about 12, 13 years old when I got this magazine, but this is awesome. Love it. This is really, really cool. It's hard to compete with Radical Rick, I got to tell you, man. I mean, it doesn't matter who does a comic strip, whether it's entertaining or not. You know, Radical Rick is always going to kind of sit on the top of all that. But this was a long comic. Look at that. It goes on to the next page. This is really, really cool. And it looks like it was done by somebody called Warney or Warnay. You can see the name right there on the very bottom corner. That is really, really cool that we can find his signature on there. This is really awesome. All right, look into the future, ABA. Gotta love the Echo helmet. I don't know what kind of goggles those are. My best guess would probably be Amy's, but I love it. He's looking at the crystal ball here. American Bicycle Association. Very cool. All right, let's keep on going. Oh, here we go. We got the Wheaties Gold Cup here. This is a great shot right here. It says Jason Hancock would look as good as anyone on a Wheaties box. Oh, yeah, I get it. With the Wheaties kind of theme right there. That's really, really cool. What do we got here? Texas number 5's Brian Watts leads a pack of 14 experts. It's a great shot. He's running the hutch gear right here. That's a great, great shot. We got John Cruz flew in from California to pocket the AA cash. Man, I forgot John was on Factory Skyway. Look how cool he looked. Man, Skyway colors rock. I love it. I love it. I'll never get rid of my Skyway. Big Skyway fan. That is a great shot of John right there. We got Mark Blankenship, number 5, dominated the 14 experts. That's a great shot right there. Let's keep on going. Austin, Texas, huh? 9 experts, Robbie Nussbaum and Justin Baller carved through turn 2. And then here we got, oh, look, what do we got here? Dean, I'm going to try my best. Mashutsky, 862, came from Utah to show the 17 novice class he means business. So this was 17 novice. And so back in 1983, the novice class was technically intermediate because it went beginner novice expert instead of novice intermediate expert. So this is basically intermediate. You're looking. I love the Panda jersey, by the way. That's dope. Here we go. A jump into turn 1 made for action-packed passing. That's a great shot right there. You take the high road, I take the low road. These people are just saying bye. That's a great shot. These are all great shots. I love race photos, man. Love it. I should have been a photographer, guys. Oh, here we go. Great turnage, first in Pro Cruiser. Look at this one. Okay, sorry about that. The camera cut off. The JMC Shadow. So he's a big fan of the Andy Patterson version. Here's your ABA track directory. And I would go through all these, but man, I don't have my glasses on, so it's going to be hard to see this tiny, tiny print. But you can see there was a lot of tracks available in the ABA back in the day. And this does not include NBL or USBA or any independent tracks at the time. BMX was just exploding, you know, in the early 80s. You got the power light bars here. Good shot of Tommy Brackens in the ad. This is really, really cool. And Cody Smart doing a huge berm shot right there. That's really, really cool. And here's the handlebar weight chart for all the handlebars that they had tested in the test. He had tested a ton of handlebars, which we looked at already. And I think we're towards the end here, guys. I think we're getting to it. Oh, Wacko and Fleabag. This is awesome. So here's your comic that we were referring to earlier. And it looks like Martin Aparijo right here. And he's getting busy at the pipeline right there. That's a great shot. And again, I'm not going to read all of this, but great, great illustration. Lots of color. Very well done. Like it. And then there's your Wheaties box. And it says the Raleigh ABA. So let's start up here. Wheaties U.S. Gold Cup Championships. The Super Series for 1983. And here's all your qualifying races right here. Really awesome. as far as California races are concerned, for me, it doesn't look like I see anything from California. Oh, Bakersfield, there you go. I could have went to that one. And then that is all. That's it, guys. Bicycle and Dirt magazine, August 1983. This was a fun magazine, guys. If you stuck around and watched the whole video, I seriously appreciate it. Next week, we'll be doing a race video. I'll be dropping a lot of shorts throughout the week as well. Those seem to be doing really well. And I want to thank you, as always, guys, for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will see you guys next week. Thanks again.
I got it. At first it was hard. Nobody believed me. Ever since then, I'm making it clear. This my year. This my year. I hustle in the dark with a bright my head. Get the bright idea.